Please tell us in brief about ATI's foray into cross-platform GPU computing, and what exactly is OpenCL, and how is it that it's going to benefit the end user and the developers at the same time.
Okay, so you mentioned about three things about OpenCL, GPU and developers. So over a period of time, how the technology has evolved is, of course, your graphic is being not restricted itself to just doing a better graphics job, but with the advent of a new software, and developers are keen to use graphics also to do a CPU's job. So GPU is basically general processing graphic processing unit, which is also doing a computing job, not just a graphic computing or maybe representing, converting the digital image on, passing it on to the screen, and OpenCL. I mean, these are the three things. So what ATI or AMD has taken a stance is to work on an industry standard instead of restricting itself only to be only the user of ATI. So the the developer which is working on a certain application which uses the ATI Radeon or maybe the ATI FireGL or the Fire Pros or even the ATI Stream, and we do have a dedicated ATI Stream graphic card which is being used by the research and development and defense organization so far in India, wherein they using the graphics, they design the software. Now after they have designed the software, it can be used in any platform. It's not restricted only to be used only on ATI product line. Whereas what our competitor has done is that they're restricting it to be used only on their GPU product line. So I mean, which is what is we want to. I mean, as an organization, we always believe in the smarter choice for the customer, a better choice at a better price, and that's why we have kept this as an open standard, meeting as per the industry standard, and GPU. So it's not only restricted only to a very specific niche user. I mean, even our ATI Radeon presently only restricted to only 4600 series and above, where you can use our Stream ATI Stream software, which is a free downloadable software, and take an advantage of that software and the graphics to develop a program and I mean, offload the CPU from doing the computing job and allowing the GPU to do that job.
What would you see as the, right now as being the biggest achievement ATI has made on a software level?
Okay, so few things actually. It's a little difficult for me to tell only one. First and the foremost is that we have this Catalyst software. Now this software is essentially a driver. It's a free downloadable software. So with a graphic card, you actually don't get a CD. I mean, you do get a CD, but you can download the latest software. And the best part is that this is updated every month. Okay, so that's one thing which we have done on the software side. Second, in line with this software, which we call it as ATI Catalyst, about a few months back, we launched ATI Avivo Video Converter. Now, what is this ATI Avivo Video Converter? It is essentially, these days you have, I mean, I believe you yourself are using one of those iPod kind of thing, and you use video, you transfer videos. Now, the biggest pain area for you would be you downloaded something from, say, YouTube onto your PC, but your iPod is not supporting, so it's going to convert to support the iPod format and to transfer, it's going to take a longer time. There have been cases like a 4-hour video could take maybe close to about 2 hours to transfer to your iPod. But with this ATI Avivo, it helps you to do that job at 20% of the time only. So, I mean, it's like a basic user thing. So, I mean, we are trying to see, I mean, it is essentially not a job of a graphic card. Okay, but this is a value add which we have been able to do for all those users who have been using our products. And third thing is, as I mentioned about ATI Stream, which is again allowing your graphic card to do the CPU's job. So these are the three key big things on the software side which we believe we have done. Of course, important thing is to work with the ISVs, which is basically the independent software vendors. When it comes to a professional graphics like Autodesk and AutoCAD and Dassault and SolidWorks, CATIA. When it comes to consumer graphics, then working with EA Sports, and likewise people who are developing the games.
Yes.
So work with them to even Microsoft. So we've been the first one to introduce DX10. We've been the first one to introduce DX10.1. The competition is nowhere at DX10.1. They'll probably straight away jump to DX11. So I mean, we feel that we'll again have an edge on DX11 as and when Microsoft announce the support for DX11.
Let's hope that. So these are achievements. Let me put an S to the achievement part.
Thank you so much.
Now, what are the other applications beside gaming and animation visual effects? Does AMD, ATI cater to? I guess you've already mentioned a few.
Absolutely.
Are there any more?
I mean, when it comes to consumer products, gaming is of course one of the thing. But why just gaming? I think so. It's just with Windows Vista coming in, your operating system has become graphic resource hungry. Okay, so for your better, and with Windows 7 getting launched this year, we do believe that the importance of graphic is going to be very, very key. Look at your mobile phone. A few years back you were using a monochrome, a single color, mobile phone. Today you have a mobile phone which gives you a clarity as good as what you get it on a PC, on your handycam or a digital cam or whatsoever. So the graphic has become an integral part of our life today.
Definitely.
And from that point of view, like you touch graphics every day, every moment, and I mean, of course, the computerization has helped to get the graphics reach masses, but still, we have a long way in a country like India to go, especially with the bandwidth limitation and other thing. So that's on the consumer side, So your office application, your gaming. I gave an example of ATI Avivo for a basic user who's got a lot of gadgets and wants to play around with that. These are and very key thing is the HTPC. You're buying a PC at home, not just to do the computing. I mean, you want home entertainment. I mean, look at a Blu-ray disc. Okay, if you want to go for an independent Blu-ray disc console-based device, you need to go for a player, your drive, and the speakers. I mean, sorry, amp and the speaker. Okay, so you have an amp and then you have the set of speaker. Here, just with the PC, just add a Blu-ray disc. I mean, I'm assuming that you have a good speaker attached to the PC. Your home theater is ready. It's less noisy, less wired. I mean, ready to support all the format in the world, right from a VCD to your Blu-ray, H.2, 2.64, everything.